Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah, alhamdulillah. I'm going to try to do two sessions tonight, and they're both extremely important. One is about, representation of converts in the masaajid and in the community. And then the next session I want to talk about is I want to talk about psychological and identity problems that converts face, okay? So this first session, I'm asking the question, okay, when and how will converts have a voice in this community? Okay? I don't know any converts sitting on the board in the masajid. Okay? The masajid usually have a board, 5 members, 7 members, 9 members, something like that. You can't represent 1,000 Muslims in a community, and especially represent converts. I mean, no way. All right, and I've explained so many reasons why. That should be easy to understand. And this is, extremely important. I'm going to talk about how long converts have been around. Why are there no converts on the boards? And so let me just kick off with some verses from the Quran. This one really stuck out to me, okay? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about people who are weak in a community. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanting to make them leaders, okay? And this is definitely applicable to converts, okay? Converts are in the most painful, vulnerable, precarious situation of anybody in the community, and I mean even the refugees, okay? I mean, the refugees typically will at least have family. Or if you're a Somali refugee or Afghani refugee, you have a community. Converts don't have that even. This is, extremely, extremely important. And, when there are verses that I've gone through in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states explicitly that when the existing Muslims are a failure, Allah brings converts to replace them. So that's what should be happening here. And it's an absolute atrocity that the masajid have not, of course, never paid attention to converts when they should have invited the converts and insisted the converts be on the board. That's what normal, intelligent human beings would do in any community or any organization. But of course, Muslims never do anything like normal humans. All right. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded His obedience. أطيع الله وأطيع الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. Okay? This doesn't say anything about, the meaning of ulil amr is the people of knowledge and the people of intelligence and the people of quality. Okay? This very verse right here is one of the fundamental usul al-fiqh. Okay, this is a foundation of the entire fiqh science. Okay, this is the verse I was talking about where when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us to obey Him and to obey the messenger, the obvious question is, okay, how? And so the fiqh sciences and hadith sciences and Quran sciences were all set up for the faqih, okay, the imam of the ummah, the leaders of knowledge and understanding to factually determine what Islam requires and how do we do it. Okay? Flipping over, and this is very commonly known verse in the Quran. وَجَعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. Okay? And again, we have wonderful converts in the community. All over the country, converts are way ahead. I mean, I've been told by imams who have been around. I mean, one brother has been an imam, and he's been around since the 70s. He says, brother, your programs are 20 years to 50 years ahead of where the Arabs and daisies are right now. Okay? I mean, we are the leaders, but we don't have the leadership positions. You know, we've been shut up and shut out and had our lives destroyed, mashallah. Okay, and this again, how do these people think that they belong on the board when they have zero qualifications? Zero. Okay? We're talking about people that, you know, the only qualifications for getting on the board even is that you're actually a paid member of the organization and you can volunteer 10 hours a week. Okay? There is no stipulation. What is your education? How much Islam do you know? How much experience do you have? What kind of vision do you have? Okay? And the real answer for all of these people is none. Zero. They literally have no qualifications. And in several of the books of fiqh, there was one of the fiqh books that I have. One of the imams had listed the kaba'ir, okay, the major sins, okay, and among them, appointing anyone who is corrupt or incompetent to a public position. And I talked about this in another session about how that will cause problems for the entire community. That's why it's prohibited. That's why it's a major sin. Because it's harmful to Islam and it's harmful to people in the community. And when converts are the neediest and the most precarious people in the community, we need people making decisions. And I don't mean them making decisions. We need converts in positions of authority to make decisions and to delegate community resources toward our very serious needs and our programs that are necessary to solve our problems, okay? Another thing that I've talked about is just the mere fact, the simple fact that the masaajid are on the wrong organizational model, and my degree is in organizational analysis. I know what I'm talking about, okay? And I'm going to get into this more because really all you have to do is Google it, and you find out that the corporate model with a board is a horrible organizational model. Everybody on earth knows this. And it is the wrong organizational model, you know, for a community forum, because you don't get things done, okay? You have lousy communication. Ideas don't get spread and don't get heard. There's not enough time. You know, I've talked about how long it takes to get into a meeting with the board to present your proposal. It can take months. You know, it's ridiculous, and, you know, we see, you know, mashallah. 30, 40 years pass and nothing changed, okay? And that's a big part of the reason why. Um, and as said here, the bottom line is that the community has lost and destroyed converts, destroyed the children of converts, and honestly, I'm giving you a great big warning in great big capital red letters. Warning, warning, warning. Okay, ding, 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 ding. You are taking your community to Jehannum. You need to step aside. Okay? There are converts here in DFW with 30 to 50 years of experience. There are converts in this community who are more qualified than anybody else in the community. Okay? There are converts who have already developed the best and the most important programs in the entire country. Why are we shut out in the masjid leadership? Okay? It's a crime. It's atrocious. Anybody would say this is a crime. Okay, this is wrong. This is dhulm. It's oppression. It's an injustice. And Islam prohibits that. Okay, this is obvious. This is basic Islam. Okay? I don't know how I got that. Wait. Okay, now. I don't know how I got 3 copies of that same thing on there. So I did Google, and I've done this before, just to, and there are 1,000 articles out there explaining how a corporate board is the wrong model, and that's how employees end up hating their jobs, and they're getting paid to be there. Okay, the Muslims in the community aren't getting paid. Okay, but we can still hate the masjid because it doesn't represent us. Okay, so this goes through the top 5 reasons employees hate their jobs, and this is a research organization. They do surveys on subjects like this. Okay, one is that the employee or the community member is out of the loop of the decision making. Well, thank you very much. Okay? Why would a community member then be committed to the community or to the masjid when you're not a part of the decision making process? Okay? And I've worked with good organizations on a totally different model and a totally different process. They got tons of work done, and they had real commitment from hundreds and thousands of local people because the people were involved in the decision making. Okay? Board members, you need to retire. Okay? You're doing the wrong thing, guys. In situations like that, you'll have people playing favorites. Okay? Well, I like this person, so I'm going to help them out. I don't like that person, so I'm not going to. Okay? And this crap goes on all the time in the masjid. It does. And I've had sessions where I've talked about this. Okay? And they have screwed the community because there have been qualified people come in with very important programs and projects, and you can't get past the board. Okay? And that's how they, like Arlington spent over 20 years with nothing for youth because you couldn't get the board members to get on board when people showed up with good programs. Okay? It's a crime. It's a crime against Islam, and it's a crime against the people in the community. And this right here, stop. To be a really bad boss, let's talk about being a boss. Here we're talking about the board. Okay? The way to piss off employees or piss off community members is to not show respect for their personal lives. And that's exactly what the entire community has done to converts. The converts have been completely ignored and completely left out for 60 years. Okay? So no wonder you have converts cussing the masaajid, cussing the board members, and cussing Muslims. It's atrocious. Again, it's a crime. Okay? Don't invest in their future. I was just talking about this yesterday, the day before yesterday. The community has invested nothing in converts. Nothing. Okay, we are getting zero from the budgets of the masajid for our programs, our projects, and our needs. Okay, nothing. All right. You know, converts are really going to appreciate that. Okay. Ah, the stupidity, it just never ends. And also, this is a big one. Okay, treating everybody in the community the same. And they love to do this to converts. And I already had a session where I explained clearly, brothers, sisters, board members, imams, converts are not in the same situation your people are in. Your program does not work for us. Your setup does not work for us. Your masajid do not work for us. Your imams do not work for us. Your program does not work for us. You have nothing for converts. And here, all you got to do is go hit Google. Google is free. Go hit Google and search the things that I've been talking about right here. Okay? This was a big one. So that's the end of this session. I hope everybody shares it. It's extremely important. We've got to get the right things done. And I mean immediately. Okay? Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.